Do you have a soft spot for a certain guy? Do you suspect that he likes you back, but you're not entirely sure? Perhaps you think fear is holding him back. There are all kinds of reasons a guy may be nervous about making a move. Perhaps you're friends and he's worried about ruining that friendship that you share. Perhaps he's scared by the strength of his own feelings. Perhaps he's just worried that you don't like him back. Hi, I'm Ivan from A Conscious Rethink, and in this video we'll reveal some of the common signs to look out for that show he's hiding or repressing his own feelings for you. He acts differently around you. If he likes you, you'll notice it in the way that he behaves when he's around you. It will be quite a bit different to how he acts with other female friends and colleagues. If he turns on the charm, it's quite likely that he isn't scared of his own feelings. Perhaps he's just trying to allow them to develop. But if he's anxious about the situation, he's likely to show signs of nervousness when he's around you. For example, he may suddenly go very quiet or struggle to get his words out. Or he might go in the opposite direction or talk very quickly at great lengths to avoid any awkward silences. If you're friends, his behavior has changed. Is he a good friend of yours? It's always awkward when you develop romantic feelings for somebody you thought was safely in that friend zone. You have to be a very good actor to not let the change in your own feelings show. Did you used to have an affectionate relationship with friendly hugs and other platonic physical contact? Have you stopped or become less frequent or warm? If he's suddenly being more formal and distant, it could be the sign that he's worried about giving his feelings away and trying to act normally. Of course, it's anything but normal if you're used to him acting different way, much warmer way when he's around you, and suddenly that has changed. You catch him looking. Catching him staring at you is one of the simplest but biggest giveaways that there are feelings bubbling underneath the surface. After all, when you fancy someone, you can't help but watch and admire them whenever they are nearby. But if you return his gaze, he'll look away. He's scared of revealing his own feelings for you by maintaining that eye contact, and that could be a sign that he's developing some feelings for you. He makes jokes about liking you. If it's rejection that he's scared of, he'll want to figure out how you feel about him before asking you out. Guys will often do this by making some kind of jokey comments about liking you or the two of you going on for a date. But they do it in a such way that if you react badly, they can just laugh it off. They can pretend that they didn't mean it, spare their egos the lasting damage. If your reaction is encouraging after doing this a few times, he might eventually feel confident enough to ask you out and tell you how he actually feels. You're always bumping into him. If he's trying to figure out whether or not the feelings are mutual, he's probably going to find some creative ways to spend more time around you. If he's scared of rejection, he's going to find some way to spend enough time in your company to figure out what your response would be if he did actually pluck up the courage to ask you on a date. He'll be drawn to you, so he'll probably end up at a lot of the same social events. And if you're colleagues, you might find yourself bumping into him at the coffee machine or other places around the office more often than could be considered just a coincidence. When you're together, it's amazing. If things have gone beyond making eyes at each other and you're already spending a lot of time together, you're probably getting a lot of mixed signals from him. You have wonderful time together and you get on like a house on fire, but you don't really get to text each other or have much other contact in between the times. That's a sign that he can't help but let his guard down when he's around you. But when he's not, fear takes over and he convinces himself that he doesn't actually like you or that you don't like him that way. He blows hot and cold. Whether there's nothing going on between you at all or you've been on a few dates, he's probably going to have ups and downs if he's feeling fear. 1 minute he'll be staring at you lovingly, and next one he'll have convinced himself that it's all wrong or got a bit overwhelmed and becomes distant. He seems to get jealous. He's probably not going to admit it, but you might have noticed that his demeanor and body language changes when he sees you talking to another guy. He might go a bit red, grit his teeth, or stare at you without even realizing what he's actually doing. That's because, fear aside, he can't help but like you. He's unable to keep his jealousy in check, as he's almost as scared of you getting together with somebody else as he is scared of his actual own feelings. He tries to impress you. Because he likes you, he wants you to like him back. That's completely natural. And to get you to like him, he tries his hardest to make a good impression on you. He may dress nicely whenever he sees you or wear a good perfume in a subtle attempt to get your attention. He may also show off in front of you, whether it's physical skills he is good at or a demonstration of his own intelligence. He wants you to be suitably impressed by him. Of course, he may also play up and be a bit immature or downright stupid and do stupid things if he thinks that you'll notice him for it. He can deny it all he likes, but he does all those things for you and because of you. He's like a peacock trying to get your attention. He's very available where you're concerned. Because he wants to spend as much time with you as he can, he makes himself available whenever you are free. Perhaps if you ask if any of your colleagues want to go out for drinks on Friday evening, his arm is the first one up. Or if he's in your group of friends. Does it always seem like he confirms that he's interested in doing something not long after you said that you are interested in doing that? As soon as he knows you'll be at the event, he's damn sure not going to miss it. He seems to know a lot about you. Somehow this guy seems to know a lot about you. Your likes, your dislikes, your past, and your business. You may be taken aback by something that he says or does that kind of shows just how much information he has locked away into that mind of his. There are two possibilities here. On the one hand, he may just be committing everything you say or do to memory. He may listen and take note of even the tiniest little thing that you mention or others have mentioned about you. On the other hand, he may have actively asked all the other people that you know about you. He does this because he is too afraid to ask you himself, so he gets to low down from your close friends and other shared acquaintances. He does this because he wants to know everything he can about you. He never mentions any other woman. Since this guy likes you more than a friend, there is no way in hell that he wants you to think for even a second that he is interested in somebody else. He will avoid all confusion on that front by never mentioning any other woman to you. He won't talk about other girls in your mutual friendship groups for fear of making you think that he likes them and not you. If he bumps into another girl in the street or at the bar, he won't bring it up in a conversation. He only has his eyes for you. He may even go as far as to casually let slip in conversation that he's single, just in case you thought otherwise. He's eager to help you out whenever he can. If there's ever anything that you need help with, you can rest assured this guy will be at the front of the queue, ready to lend a hand. He wants to come across as a helpful and a reliable guy. He wants to communicate to you that you can count on him no matter what it is and how much it involves. He may believe that these are the qualities that you're looking for in a partner. Of course, helping you has the added benefit of being able to spend even more time around you. Even if you need someone to help you move home, he'll be more than happy to lug your stuff up and down the stairs if it means that he gets to chat and spend even more time with you. He's very supportive of you. He may not be able to express his true feelings for you, at least yet, but he reveals everything in a way that shows you that he supports you. If there is a discussion or a debate happening, he almost always sides with you. He agrees with you with your points, and or if he can't, he defends them whenever they are being challenged by somebody else. And even if he can't agree with you himself, he will defend your right to have a different opinion whenever the discussion gets heated. Beyond supporting your views, he will also be supportive of you, whatever you want to do, whether you're going for an exam or a job interview, with anything that may be coming up in your life. He'll be showing enthusiasm for your goals and be encouraging you to take and follow your dreams. He wants you to feel positive and confident because this will rub off on how you feel about him. And he hopes that that will progress your mutual relationship. You just know, this is probably the most important advice. Listen to your instinct. If everything about the way you interact is screaming at you that he likes you, he probably does. It's hard to hide our feelings for us guys for any length of time. So make sure you're entirely honest with yourself. Admit whether you just want it to be true and are inventing signs where there are none, or you genuinely getting this vibe from him. All right? And that is all from me today. I hope this video has given you some useful insight into the inner workings of a guy's mind. If you like this guy back, my advice would be to take the initiative and let him know how you feel. Chances are that he will keep waiting and waiting. Some guys never actually show their own feelings. If you want a relationship with him and you're getting these vibes, you might have to be the one to make it happen. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell for notifications of any future and upcoming content. And don't forget to write down the comments. Jessica and I, we both enjoy reading all of your comments. And also, if you have any suggestions or topics that you would like us to discuss in the future, do it. We may consider it for our future content. All right, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.